Hi everyone and welcome back to a new video with me, the Tinkering Dad. In this one I will see if I can fix this very old toy. I think it's probably 40 years old or something like that. It's gone off here. This fabric has been torn off since it's very old. And I will see if I can fix this. It's supposed to flip this over and it will sort of rolls down in a strange way. And the pattern here is, or the fabric is rather intricate and complicated. And so I drew a little sketch of how this is supposed to look. Something like this. Where the fabric goes around each piece of wood, and also, well, in this exact fashion. This one is the middle one, the middle piece of fabric, and this is the two outer ones. I had to write this down since this is extremely weird for me to understand. And I just noted that the glue is on the special side, that's the flat side only. And also the distance between the boards or the wooden pieces. I actually found some information online on these toys and how I can make them in a pretty easy way. So I will see if I can follow that guide, if that helps me. So my plan is just to remove all this and clean it up, do some sanding, and cut up some new pieces. With some pieces here of fabric, new fabric. Just cut them up and glue them back and see if I can get this little toy to work again. So that's the plan. Okay, well, I removed the fabric pieces, but the glue has really stuck with this, so well, I guess I'll try to sand them and see if I can remove everything and make them sort of nice and clean again before I glue back the new ones. So I've now sanded all these 6 pieces of wood, sanded and cleaned up, removed all the old glue and fabric from them. So they should be good to go now. So I read up on the instruction on how to do this, and you need to cut 9 pieces of 9 pieces of fabric, and they should all be just about the same length as 2 of these put together like this. This old one seems to be just about that, a little bit smaller. But I'm going to do as the instruction says, 9 of them, and I'm going to use no, not 9 in one color and 3 in the other color. So I'm going to use 9 black and 3 white. So I'm going to cut up all these into a total of 12 strips. No, sorry, again. It's 9 of one color and 6 of the other color. Without an instruction, I would be pretty lost. Okay, so okay, next step is to glue this on. And according to the instruction I have, I will put 5 of these blocks will be simply glued like that. And 3 in one color and 2 in the other color. And I measured up roughly 2.5 centimeters from each edge, which I think would be good. Just to make them all the same. And of course I should have a little distance from the upper edges. But that's not just as important. I can just do it whatever looks good. And this one, of course, should be in the middle. Something like that. So now we'll do 3 in this color and 2 in the white color. I got this glue, this Mod Podge, which is a pretty basic standard wood glue that works with wood and of course fabric, and some well, I got their own Mod Podge recommended tools for this, but I can of course use anything, my finger or a brush or whatever. I had to do this again. I realized I put these two much too close to the middle. This one is supposed to be able to go through of these two. So I have to redo it. Alright, these three done with the blacks. This got a little bit messier than I hoped. Hopefully this will look better when the glue dries. And I hopefully did not mess up this part. So they're not, yeah, I hope so. Okay, I'll do the white now. Okay, I think these are done now. Next step, I'll let them dry, and then we'll see if we can put this thing together. Okay, so I have now glued all these pieces of cloth on the small wood pieces. So, final step is to put these all together. And I have simply followed the instructions, which has to do it like this. Start with the ones I have the most colors. Lay out the strips like this. As straight as possible. Then take one of the other colors. And put it on top like this. And then glue on these from the bottom one. And after that, just add the next one and so on. So this is what I'll do now. I am going to let this dry for a couple of minutes just so it's not going to stick to the other side. And I'm going to do some pauses between each block so the glue doesn't stick together. So I'll just fast forward and show the process. Okay, so this is the final piece, which didn't have any pre-glued strips. So this is the last one. Okay, I hope this is done. I will probably leave this a couple of hours so I make sure that the glue is really dry before I do anything else, in case something doesn't stick. So I'll get back to you when this is dried completely and we can see if the toy works. Okay, so here's the finished product. And it works like this. You hold it like this, and when you tilt it over, it sort of wanders down the ladder. Pretty cool illusion. And with some conclusions in mind, I think if you follow these instructions, if you want to make your own from scratch, I think it would work fine. Measurements are not important. You see roughly the ratio of the width and length here. And the pieces of fabric are dependent on the length of the bricks. I would suggest, though, with some afterthought in mind, that these were the previous pieces. I would have selected another color. These white and black ones doesn't look really good. It's too big of a contrast and it doesn't really match the wood. So I would think these previous colors are more blending with the wood and feels a bit, I don't know, it's up to you. Also, I think these older pieces were slightly thinner and more stiff. I don't know if you can see it. These ones are roughly the same, but they are a little bit thicker and a little bit more softer. And I would think these would have been more perfect. So that's the only thing I would change if I would ever do this again, which I probably won't. But that's just my suggestions. Okay, so this is it. Thank you for watching.